how to store Ripple using the Ledger S Nano. Today in this video, I want to show you a really quick way to store your Ripple securely. I think a lot of people are making the mistake of buying cryptocurrencies and not investigating how they're supposed to store it. So I really want to make this series of videos to talk about the different cryptos that you can store with really good hardware wallets. So I'm using the Ledger Nano today, and I've already made a video about how to store Stellar Lumens on this, and I'm going to talk today about how to store Ripple. It's actually not as intuitive as you might think. Every cryptocurrency that you're going to decide to store on this device actually takes some specific knowledge about how to store. So I want to go over all of the specific settings that allow you to store Ripple on this device, and I'm going to keep going through the cryptocurrencies that I am familiar with on this device so we can get you guys dialed in. Okay, so first off, Ripple is a really designer currency. It's designed for banks basically to be able to exchange value, and it's been making a pretty good run recently, and I really do believe Ripple has a very bright future ahead of it. Don't necessarily think that it's the crypto of choice for the masses, but I think it's got a very good use case, and so I'm a buyer and a holder of XRP. So the scenario that I like to talk hypothetically about is that maybe you went to Coinbase.com and you bought some Ethereum or you bought some Bitcoin or some Litecoin, and then you took that and you put it onto an exchange and then you bought Ripple. So in this scenario, if you want to buy and hold that asset, you need a secure place to store that, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do today, is how to pull it off the exchange and how to store it securely for your own use. So my exchange of choice is Binance. I pretty much do everything through them because they have a bunch of cryptos and I found them to be really responsive. So I like them. I'll be talking about how to pull your Ripple off of Binance today. It applies pretty much for every other exchange that's out there. They pretty much work the same way. So if you can pick up how we're doing it here, you can probably apply it to the exchange that you're using. Okay, so the first thing that you're gonna need to do is purchase a Nano. I think obviously the best place to get one is from Amazon.com. That's where I buy all of my stuff off of, so you guys can check out the link to the exact device that I'm talking about, which is in the description of this video. So you basically have to be using Chrome in order to use your Ledger, and I'm not sure if it works on a Chromebook. I'm probably gonna investigate whether that's the case in the future. But what I use is my Mac laptop, and I just have Chrome installed on my Mac laptop, and then I'm running the Chrome browser on my Mac laptop. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna come to Ledger Apps. Always good practice to make sure that you're HTTPS. You wanna make sure that you're on the secure site, and you also wanna make sure that you're at the exact web address that you should be looking at, because this is the way a lot of people are getting hacked, is they're actually going to websites that look like the website that they're supposed to be at, and they're putting in their information about their accounts and they're getting all of their coins stolen. So good practice, HTTPS, and we're on ledgerwallet.com. So then we're gonna wanna pull down here to Ledger Manager and Ledger Wallet Ripple. Those are the two things that you're gonna wanna have installed on your computer in order to make this work. Ledger Manager is a Chrome extension, so it works within the Chrome browser. Ledger Wallet Ripple is the actual wallet that's an application for your computer itself, not a Chrome extension. Okay, I've already downloaded both of these, so I'm not gonna bore you with how that works. So the Ledger Manager is actually installing the application on my Ledger S Nano in order for me to be able to use Ripple. So it's installing the Ripple app on the Nano. How I did that was I came to Apps in Chrome and I just hit Ledger Manager because I've already downloaded it from the Ledger site, and what it's gonna ask me to do is connect my Ledger wallet. Okay, so it's asking for my PIN, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in my PIN number. Then I'm gonna confirm by pushing both buttons down. Updating store, click this button right here, and it would install that. Something interesting to know that I've talked about before is that Nano only has the ability to have up to 5 cryptocurrency applications on it at one time. So if you have over 5 cryptocurrencies, you might think about getting another Nano. You can actually store more than 5, but what you're gonna have to be doing is adding and removing applications in order to be able to access those currencies. So this is just something that's handy to know up front. Okay, I've already installed this, so I'm not gonna bore you with that. We're going to bounce out of here. All right, so the next thing that I did was I came down here to Ledger Wallet, and I clicked on this, and I installed this on my computer just by simply clicking Get the App. And that installed the Ledger Wallet onto my computer. Not gonna bore you with installing that, but what I'm gonna do is show you over here that it's already installed. and we're going to go ahead and launch that wallet. Okay, so it says here, to begin, connect and unlock your Ledger wallet. So we're already connected here, as you can see by this cable being connected, but we're not inside the application yet. So I'm going to come over to Ripple, and I'm going to click with both of these buttons. Now you're going to see that I am inside my Ripple wallet on my computer. And it's really as simple as that. Something that I wanted to talk about really quickly was there are some settings that are preventing some people from being able to open their XRP wallet on their computer using their Nano. The first one is you want to make sure that browser support is not enabled, because Ripple is using an application, not the browser. So how you make sure that you do that is you come into, make sure that you have Ripple selected, and you're going to go to settings in Ripple. You're going to click both, and then you're going to click browser support. So you're going to click both of them to get into that, and you're going to make sure that no is selected here. Click both, click back, and you're good to go. The other thing that's been defeating some people from getting into their Ledger wallets is that they have the Chrome application open somewhere else. So they're using their Ledger S Nano and they're running Ledger Wallet Bitcoin, which allows you to access other cryptocurrencies. So what you need to make sure is you need to make sure that you're not running the Ledger Wallet Bitcoin while you're trying to access the Ripple application. You can't be doing those things simultaneously. You have to be doing one or the other. So just to review really quick, make sure that browser support is off, so that it's under settings, no is selected, and then also make sure that you're not using the Chrome extension and the Ethereum wallet or the Bitcoin wallet to access any other cryptocurrencies at the same time, or else you won't be able to get into your Ripple wallet. I mean, it's probably just a good practice to shut down your Chrome browser altogether when you're trying to access your Ripple. That way you know for sure you're not running one of those other applications inside Chrome. So let's say that you went and you, like I said, you went to Coinbase and you bought some Ethereum or some Bitcoin, you move that to an exchange. You want to take that Ripple that you've bought on that exchange and you want to move it to your permanent storage place, which is what I do. You come to your exchange, my exchange is Binance, and I'm going to log in. A little side note here, always make sure that you have the authenticator enabled on whatever exchange that you are using. I use Google Authenticator for everything that I do, but you definitely want to be doing that. Don't be doing the text message authentication. That is very insecure, and I'm really honestly not sure why people or the exchanges still offer that. Okay, so now I'm inside my account here on Binance. All I'm going to do is come up to funds and deposits and withdrawals. And you can see what you would do is you just pull down to Ripple, and then you would come to withdraw, because that's what we want to do. Now here's the dialog box, right, that talks about where do I want to send my money to. So what I'm going to do is come out here to my Ledger wallet, and I'm going to click on receive, and here is the address that is basically my address that I can send Ripple to my wallet. All I have to do is copy this and then paste that. You can see that I already did it, but you're going to paste that inside the withdraw address within XRP. And then you can just click no tag. Tags are really for institutions. Like if you're sending money to an institution and they need to know what to do with it, sometimes they'll specify that you have a special tag with that. It really doesn't matter for your own use. I wanted to make sure that I get all of my Ripple off the exchange, so I'm going to click max, and then I would just click submit, and you're going to wait for a certain amount of confirmations. It really doesn't take that long with Ripple. Ripple's pretty fast, and that will show up right here in your Ripple wallet as your Ripple balance. And then really quickly, let's just say that you want to send your Ripple to somebody. Well, that's really easy. You come in here to send XRP, and you're just going to put in their Ripple address. So if I wanted to send some of my XRP to somebody, in the case of, like, let's say they have this exact wallet, you would just come to their receive screen, or they would send you this code right here, and you'd paste that address right here into this field, and you would click send, and it would go out and it would send your Ripple to that other address, to whoever you wanted to send it to. So that's kind of the basics really of working with Ripple and the Ledger S Nano. Hope this is helpful for you guys. I'm going to be making some more on the other currencies that Ledger is able to store, because I mean, these devices really are not as easy to use as I thought they would be, and there are really some specific things you need to know in order to be able to securely store each currency on there. So I'm going to be going over each one of them and getting you guys dialed in. Hope this was helpful.